Born in the cocaine capital of Europe, surviving the slum, abandoned by his father. This is the incredible rise and fall of Radja Nainggolan. We all know Radja Nainggolan for his incredible long shots and iconic hairstyle. But what many don't know is his tough journey from living in the slum and his turbulent upbringing to him being one of the best midfielders in the world, and how he went back to old habits and ruined everything. Radja Nainggolan was born on May 4th, 1988 in Antwerp, Belgium. Already at a young age, everyone around Nainggolan saw his passion for football. Nainggolan and his twin sister played for a local club where they stood out. Everything seemed fine on the pitch, but his home life was far from paradise. Already at a young age, their father, Marianas, abandoned the family, leaving them with nothing and leaving Radja's mother, Lizzie, to look out for him, his twin sister and his 3 half-brothers. It was a tough journey for the family. With no father figure and a lot in debt, his mother had little time to watch over the kids. So Radja spent most of his time in the streets of the rough Antwerp neighborhood of Linkerover. Although he had a tough childhood, he learned to be resilient, strong and hard-working. And he always had that love for football that got him through the tough days. Already at 10 years old, Radja Nainggolan moved clubs to Beerschot, where he played from 2000 to 2005. In an important game, a Swiss scout noticed how talented Radja Nainggolan was and convinced him to make the move to the Serie B squad Piacenza. Radja Nainggolan made his first senior debut in May 28th in 2006. It was a defeat against Arezzo. Although Radja's debut wasn't the best, he got more and more game time, but it wasn't before the 2009 to 2010 season where he stood out from the rest. Everything seemed fine on the football pitch, but the same couldn't be said about his personal life. His mother, Lizzie, had cancer, which was unrecoverable. She passed away 18th of October 2010. This was an extremely tough period for Radja, but his mindset, determination and love for his mother and football made him play like never before. He played like his life depended on it. He had his mom passing as motivation to carry on her legacy. The same year as his mother passing, Nainggolan got loaned out to Cagliari with the option to buy. He made his Serie A debut against Inter Milan on February the 7th, 2010, where he dominated. Cagliari was impressed by Radja's tackles, transition play and ball-playing ability, so they purchased 50% of his rights from Piacenza as a co-ownership deal. In the following season, with the absence of key player Daniele Conti, Radja started most games for Cagliari and he scored his first Serie A goal against Bologna. After continuing his dominant form, Cagliari decided to buy the other 50% of his rights from Piacenza. In that period with Cagliari, Nainggolan played 137 matches with 7 goals before he was loaned out to Roma in January 2014. In that deal, Roma had to pay 3 million euros to take him on loan with an option to buy at 50% stake. Nainggolan had instant impact, helping them beat Sampdoria and Juventus in Coppa Italia. He also got his first goal for the club against Bologna on February the 22nd, 2014. And it was also in this time period that he scored his first ever goal for the Belgium national team in a friendly. Although his performances on the pitch was fantastic, his habits and lifestyle got people to worry. He got spotted partying, smoking and drinking throughout the season. This was going to affect him negatively later on. But it didn't get too much attention because he was so good on the pitch. He was unfortunately not selected to the 2014 Belgium World Cup squad, but his chance 2 years later would come. In Roma, Nainggolan fitted perfectly. His passing ability, transition ability, his strength, his dominance and his incredible shot power made him stand out, and Roma decided to sign him the upcoming summer. Looking back at it, Roma got an incredible price for the Belgian midfielder, signing him for only 9 million Euros. In the following seasons, he dominated in the Serie A, playing 183 matches with 31 goals. He was also selected to the Belgium squad for the Euros in 2016, where he was a standout player, scoring the winner against Sweden in the round of 16 and arguably scored the goal of the tournament against Wales. But unfortunately, that was the game where Belgium lost 3-1 and went out of the tournament. But still a fantastic tournament by Radja Nainggolan, impressing numerous people as a player who doesn't just perform at club level, but could transition that into the Euros. Everyone knew how good he was and what he was capable of performing. At only 27 years old, he had already become a Roma legend, having the iconic 2016-17 season where he'd scored 15 goals. What could possibly go wrong? Nainggolan was a key player in the Euros, arguably the best player for Belgium. So everyone expected Nainggolan to be one of the most nailed players in the squad for the World Cup in 2018. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. His drinking and smoking habits came back to bite him. That, combined with a slight downfall of form at the end of the 2017-18 season, was the reasoning behind the rejection. He wasn't even in the squad, with players like Fellaini and Dunker making it. This was a shock to the world, making headlines everywhere. Many felt it was unjustified. One of those was the man himself, Radja Nainggolan, retiring from international football immediately after the news. Unfortunately, that was just the start of the downfall. Radja Nainggolan had fell out with Roma's director of football, Monchi. The fallout got worse and worse towards the end of the season, with Radja stating, "I realized I can't stay here, it was him or me, because if I had stayed, I could, with my personality, have unleashed a world war every day." In that summer, Nainggolan left Roma and signed for Inter. A whopping 38 million euros was needed to get the signing of the Belgian midfielder. Many doubted Nainggolan, the media, ex-players, managers, experts, but Nainggolan would show his incredible attributes and determination one last time. In his first season, Nainggolan played 36 matches with 7 goals, showing that he still got it and proved the haters wrong. Unfortunately, from here, his career would gradually go down. Although he had a good first season, the manager Spalletti didn't have him in his plans. That meant he wanted to leave. As Nainggolan stated, "I have always been a starter." The reunion with Cagliari seemed imminent. A one-year loan deal with an option to buy for the Belgian midfielder. In Cagliari, he found back to his old self, having an iconic 2019-2020 season where he had 13 goals contributions in 26 games. At the end of the season with Cagliari, the Inter Milan manager Spalletti was sacked. Conte was the new manager, which was hope for Nainggolan. He could come back and get a starter spot in one of Europe's best team. Because of that, he went back to Inter Milan, but unfortunately Conte didn't rate him at all, constantly benching him and completely leaving him out. Radja was fuming. With only 5 appearances through the first half of the 2020-21 season, Radja knew he had to leave to get more game time. And that was exactly what he did. Getting loaned out to Cagliari again, planning to buy him at the end of the season. Although he played almost every single game, he wasn't the same. With only 1 goal contribution in 22 games. Therefore, Cagliari didn't want to sign him permanently. With his performance and form being on a downhill, he decided to leave Inter in the summer and make a permanent move to Royal Antwerp, the city he was born. It was here his prime officially was over. Moving from Serie A to the Belgium League was a big step down. He played regularly, being an important piece to Antwerp's midfield, but his explosivity, tackles, shot power and his playing style wasn't the same. He is currently playing in the Indonesian club Bayangkara, where he has been a lot injured with only 1 appearance. Many believe his habits and lifestyle may have affected his early downfall, but one thing we do know is that his journey is extraordinary. A person who had a passionate love for football, defying all odds and making it pro. Although his lifestyle and habits may have ruined his chances of being an even better footballer, I think the legacy of Radja Nainggolan will live on as a player who went through unthinkable things and evolved to an iconic and incredible footballer.